Hello student, welcome back to another video of St. Michael's Academy e-learning class. I am Sri Ram, teaching you accountancy of class 11. Student, the very first chapter of class 11, that is introduction to accounting, we are discussing. So in this very session, we are going to discuss another topic from this very chapter, and the topic is advantages of accounting. Advantages of accounting. So far we have seen the definition, the characteristics, the objectives of accounting. So from the definition we conclude the various topic, that is accounting is a process of identifying, measuring, recording, classifying, summarizing, interpreting and communicating the financial data. So the data which are recorded is being give the informations related the business, like what is the our financial position as cash balance, as a bank balances, as further assets, liabilities, creditors, debtors and so on thing. So the first advantage of accounting is financial information about business. The primary function of accounting is to maintain systematic records of financial transactions and events. It means that accounting records should be maintained following the accounting rules, principles and concepts. That is the primary function of accounting is to maintain systematic records, and by maintaining the systematic records, the accounting gives the information related to our business. That is the first advantage of accounting. The next is the preparation of financial statements. What is it? Financial statements means final accounts prepared at the end of the accounting period. Basically, in the definition of accounting, there was a term that was summarizing. So summarizing means the preparation of the financial statements. That is, financial statement means final accounts prepared at the end of the accounting period. It includes income statement, that is profit and loss account, and the position statement, that is balance sheet. It is an important function of accounting because the financial statement shows the financial performance, that is the profit earned or loss incurred during the accounting year, and the financial position, that is the balance sheet. So at the end of the financial year, a businessman wants to know their financial position, whether the company has earned profit or incurred loss, or what is their position, that is the financial position. And all these informations a businessman can get through accounting. So that's why it is another advantages of accounting. जब भी बिजनेस का अंत होता है, जब भी बिजनेस का एक फिनेंशियल ईयर अंत होता है, तो एट द एंड ऑफ द फिनेंशियल ईयर बिजनेसमैन अपने ये जानने की इच्छुक होते हैं कि उसे प्रॉफिट हुआ या लॉस हुआ और उसकी क्या वित्तीय स्थिति है, दैट इज द बैलेंस शीट, फिनेंशियल पोजीशन. उसको जानने के लिए वो फिनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स बनाते हैं, जिससे उनको सारा इंफॉर्मेशन मिल जाता है, वॉट एवर दे वॉन्ट. Another is the meeting legal requirements. Meeting legal requirements. It means whenever there is a need to prove something in the court of law, then we are having the documents, that is the records maintained, and that record and that can be represented in court of law. That is, accounting records are accepted as evidence by the court of law if they are maintained systematically following the accounting rules, principles and concepts. जो भी अकाउंटिंग होते हैं, अकाउंटिंग को रिकॉर्ड करने के लिए जो सिस्टमेटिक हमारे पास प्रिंसिपल्स हैं, लॉज हैं, रूल्स हैं, कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं, उनको फॉलो किया जाता है अकाउंटिंग को रिकॉर्ड करने के लिए. सो इन कोर्ट एज एविडेंस, एक साक्ष्य के तौर पर उन सारे कागजात को, डॉक्यूमेंट्स को प्रूफ कोर्ट के सामने रखा जाता है अगर कभी भी उसकी आवश्यकता होती है. बिसाइड्स द लॉ such as the Companies Act, Income Tax Act, GST Act, etc. require submission of returns in the form and period as is prescribed in the law. Whenever there is a need to file return file, suppose income tax return file करना है या GST return file करना है या Companies Act में अपना return file करना है, in that very scenario, we are having the documents that can be presented in the court of law. So that whatever the transactions is there, it can be easily assessed. So the accounting also helps in the meeting legal requirements. Next is communicating the financial information. It is yet another function of accounting to communicate the financial information to the users which may be internal users or external users such as management, banks, employees, government authority, etc. Whatever the informations are concluded from the recording of the transactions, that information is needed to be communicated to the users, and they can be internal users as well as the external users. So internal users like the employees of an organization or the CEO, CFO of that very organization, and the external users such as the government authorities, the banks, the creditors, they all need the information related to a company, to an organization. So by accounting, the informations are being communicated to the users, those who are in need of the information. For example, suppose there is a company, there is two rivalry companies, both the companies want to know the financial position of one another. So by having the analysis of their balance sheet, one company can have the analysis of another company and vice versa. Now next is the assistance to management. Assistance to management, once again, management needs the financial information to take decisions which are for the betterment of an organization. So it helps the management to take a better decision for the betterment of their organization. Let's see. Management often requires financial information which is given by the accounting records, which in turn helps the management in decision making. डिसीजन लेने में वो उसे सहायता प्रदान करता है. Accounting record should be maintained in such a manner that the assets owned are known. It will assist the management in protecting the assets and also exercising control. So by maintaining the proper accounting, a management can be aware of what assets they are having, what assets they possess, so that they can protect them and they have the control over that very assets. For example, suppose in an organization there is a stock. We take an example of a stock. If there is a proper information regarding the stock, then management can take the further decision whether they have to buy or not, whether they have to take purchase extra stock or not. So that means whenever the management has the sufficient or the enough information regarding their assets, management can take a decision that will be a better for their organization. Now the next is the advantages of accounting. So far we have seen that accounting is a process. Accounting is a process in which we first of all identify, measure, record, classify, summarize and interpret and communicate the financial information. Now what is the advantages? So just take an example. For any businessman, it is not possible to remember all the transactions. एक बिजनेसमैन के लिए ये संभव नहीं है कि वो जितने भी ट्रांजेक्शन्स होते हैं उसे वो याद कर सके. So that's why a businessman need to maintain the records. That is what accounting means. So the advantage of accounting is financial information about the business. First of all, it gives the financial information about the business, that what is the financial position. It means what assets the company is having, what is the financial position. It means whether the company has earned profit or incurred loss, what is the financial position by knowing the balance sheet. So it gives the financial information about the business. Second is assistance to management. Once again, the accounting gives the management relevant information through which a management can take a proper decisions which will help the management to prosper, which will help the business to prosper. Another is replace memory. One of the most important thing, of the most advantageous thing of recording of accounting is that it replaces the memory. It is not easy for any business person to remember all the transactions. So that's why it replaces the memory. Another is helpful in partnership accounts. Suppose in partnership account at the time of admission, retirement or dissolution, so if there is a proper record of all the transactions, then it is easy for the partners to take actions to settle the account. So it also helps in the partnership accounts. Another is helps in decision making. Management can take a decision when they are having the analysis what decisions they have taken so far and what were their its consequences effects. So that also helps in the decision making. It means the decisions can be comparative, that what decisions they have taken in the past, what were its consequences, and on the basis of the past decisions a company an organization can make a further decision. Another is evidence in court. Once again, evidence in court. Whenever there is a need of evidence, management can, organization can put it in the court of law. And the last is the facilitates loan. Whenever an organization need loans from the bank also analyze the financial statement, the financial position of an organization. And after having the analysis of the financial position, a bank can facilitate the loan to an organization. That's all for today, student. Have a good day, and don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel St. Michael's Academy so that you get our latest video. Thank you.